Hands on heart, connecting tongue to the palate. Inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. Just go deeper and deeper. Try to focus, try to be still. When you inhale, focus in between your eyebrows and on the tip of your nose. When you exhale, focus on your heart and crown. Humbly we invoke for the blessings to the Supreme Parabrahman, Supreme God, Divine Father and the Divine Mother. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your priceless blessings. Thank you for divine light, divine love, divine guidance. Thank you for divine love and mercy, inner healing and physical healing. Thank you for the inner strength to practice regularly. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the divine help, for divine protection, for illumination, for abundance, for peace and for prosperity, with good relationships, with value towards humanity, towards all the higher beings, towards all the Devas, Mahadevas, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, to gurus and saints of all traditions, to all the Tirthankaras, to all the great beings, to the solar logos, to all the planetary logos, to our spiritual teacher. Please take the name of your spiritual teacher. Most of us here have spiritual teacher, Master Chua Kok Sui. Humbly we invoke for your great blessings and guidance. To his spiritual teacher, Maha Guruji Mailing, to all the spiritual teachers, spiritual elders, to all the spiritual investigators, Theosophical Society's investigators, to all the great beings with their great minds. We thank you, thank you, thank you for your priceless efforts. We thank you for helping us, for providing each and every information on all levels, on deeper degrees and higher levels in such an easy manner that even beyond our mental capacities we are able to understand. Help our mental capacities to expand during this time, to understand, to learn, to implement, to evaluate within our lives, within our spiritual growth. We thank you for your great mercy. Thank you to our higher soul, to the higher soul of all the participants present now and those who will be listening to these audios and videos later. To their higher souls, we thank you for your priceless contribution towards the energy building within the session. Special thanks to the author Arthur E. Powell, who was the compiler of this book, and with his great efforts we are able to read from different areas within one book. Thank you to the beings of Etheric Double. Thank you for your great help. With deepest gratitude, with respect and with lots and lots of love, we thank you in full faith. We thank you. Let us also share the loving blessings to the humanity and to all our brothers around different parts of the world. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. In full faith, we thank you. Raise your hands in blessings position. Visualize Mother Earth in front of us. Let us do one great invocation to increase our energy levels and activating our brain cells to register all the information thoroughly and properly. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. May the world teacher return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the will of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend on earth. From the center which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend on earth. Let light, love, and power manifest the divine plan on each one of us. So be it. Om Mani Padme Share the love, light, and power to all the lost souls who have forgotten the purpose of their being on this earth. May they be divinely guided as per the divine law. May their karmas be neutralized. May they be spiritually awakened. May their soul be evolved at all levels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just inhale and exhale all the excess energies to Mother Earth and all the beings of all times. We thank you in full faith. Stabilize the energy, slowly open your eyes with a sweet big smile. Good to go? Yes. Okay. So today is the day 2 for Etheric Double, and we are still on chapter number 1, that is page number 2. The Etheric Double has been given a variety of names. The Etheric Double has been given a variety of names. In early theosophical literature, it was often called the astral body, the astral man, or the linga, sarira. In all the later writings, however, none of these terms are ever applied to the Etheric Double, as they belong properly to the body composed of astral matter, the body of Kama of the Hindus, That means the etheric double has been given many different names, like bioplasmic body, the radiatory field, and even the energy body. But some part of time they were also called as astral body. But then they understood that astral body and the etheric double are different bodies. Astral body has astral matter. Then we will get to know that what this astral matter is exactly about, right? And the body of the karma of the Hindus in the reading The Secret of the Doctrine. Therefore, the other books of the older literature, The Secret Doctrine, therefore, and the other books of the older literature, the student must be on his guard not to confuse the two quite distinct bodies known today as etheric double and the energy astral body. Now, the etheric double is the energy body of our physical existence, that is our energy body. But astral body has some astral matter. That astral matter is actually our emotions, okay, from where we feel, okay, where we feel different emotions, be it positive emotions, negative emotions, right? So the correct Hindu name for the etheric double is pranamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha, or the vehicle of the prana. In German, it is known as the doppelganger. After death, when separated from the dense physical body, it is known as the wraith. Am I pronouncing it well? Is it wraith? Wraith. So it is the wraith and has also been called as phantom, apparition, and churchyard ghost. So when the body leaves after death, so what happens is after the death, when the physical body, when the astral body leaves the physical body, that means the pranayama kosha leaves the physical body. At that very time, these are the different names which are being used. Not at that very time, but actually it is the etheric double is being called as this. And when the body separates at the death of the time, when the denser part of the body is left behind, that is the dead physical body, when the when the etheric double is left behind, this is in Germany is called as doppelganger. In Raja Yoga, the etheric double and the dense body together are known as the Sthulopadhi, or the lowest upadhi of Atma. Sthulopadhi, that means, please mark these lines, these terms. That will be easy for us to understand when we are talking in this book for the further terms. Okay, so Sthulapadi is the lower level of the incarnated soul when this energy is not pure. That means still there are emotions, still there are mental awakenings or other things which are still needs to be purified, and for that very purpose we are practicing it in our arhatic yoga. So every solid, liquid, gases, that is the lowest Sthulopadi, or it is also known as the lowest upadhi of Atma. That is the lowest one. That is for the Atma, that is the densest part. Okay. Every solid, liquid, and gaseous particle of the physical body is surrounded with an etheric envelope. Hence, the etheric double, as its name implies, is a perfect duplicate of the dense form. In size, it projects about 1/4 or an inch beyond the skin. So, from our skin, it is exactly in the body shape of which we are carrying. And that when it is from our skin, it is from 1 inch to maybe some inches. Those people who are working towards their energy bodies, those who are healing regularly or practicing meditations regularly, they are purifying themselves. So these are at this moment when the people have different energy bodies, that means the different etheric double, the density or the ratio of this depends on person to person. And this is exactly the perfect duplicate form. In size, it projects 1/4. The etheric aura, however, or the health aura, as it is frequently called, projects normally several inches beyond the skin, and it will be further described later. So when the etheric double ends, there the health aura starts, and it further expands, which we will read later part of this book. It is important to notice that the dense body and the etheric double vary together as to their quality. So there's difference between dense body, which we can touch, and the etheric double, which we cannot touch but we can feel. Okay, so there's a slight difference, but yes, it is there. Hence, one who sets himself deliberately to purify his dense body at the same time automatically refines its etheric counterpart. So the author says that here it is written that we are always aware to clean our physical body by having expensive shower gels or whatnot, right? But what about the etheric counterpart? Are we able to clean our etheric counterpart, or we are still using expensive cosmetics to take care of our skin, to take care of our physical body, using beautiful fragranted aromatic soaps and creams? So into the composition of the etheric double must enter sometimes of all the different grades of etheric matter, but the proportions may vary greatly and are determined by several factors such as the race, sub-race, and type of a man, as well as by the individual karma. So it depends on the individual karma, that what kind of etheric double they have, what kind of energy body they have. It depends on their individual karma. It depends on their race, from which race they are, on their sub races, which we are on different several factors we are being divided. So let's make it simple. That means every individual has their own energy bodies. Okay. As yet, the only information which the compiler has been able to gather regarding, one thing we will be reminded here, that whenever we are talking about Arthur, we are not going to say the author. We'll say compiler. Okay. So the compiler of this book has been able to gather regarding the particular properties and functions of each of the 4 grades of etheric matter in the following. Now, what are these 4 grades? Number 1 is etheric, the medium of the ordinary current, electricity, and of the sound. That is, that they are the medium through which the electricity can pass, the sound can pass. That is why, if you have heard that with the sound healings also, our physical body heals by different names, like if we speak like Om, there's a different healing effect on our body. And if we say Om, that has different healing as effect on our body. Okay. Then comes, first is the etheric. Sorry, let's start from here. The first is the etheric, that is the densest of the lower of these Thulatma. Okay, the lowest part of the Atma. Then comes the super etheric. Now, super etheric is the medium of light. That means when the light passes through our aura, we are able to see the aura on a plain wall. So if you make anybody stand on a plain wall and then you start seeing, you will see the light is passing by. That is actually on the not on the etheric part, but on the sub-etheric part of the aura. Okay. Then comes subatomic, the medium of the finer forms of electricity, that through which the electrons they vibrate on the subatomic level. Then comes atomic, the medium of the transmission of the thought from brain to brain. That means sometimes it happens that one person is thinking, and when you are in so much love with them, or when we understand somebody, we are able to catch their thoughts. We say, मुझे मालूम था तुम ऐसे ही सोचोगे. So how we are saying that? Because it's been a longer time and we can understand what would their brain be thinking about that. That is actually from the atomic layer of our body, which transmits the messages or the thoughts of the other person, other brain, other people thinking about it. Right? So when we say etheric double, etheric double has its own four layers. The etheric, the super etheric, the subatomic, and then the atomic. That means let's start from the lower one, that is the etheric, then the finer one, super etheric, then the more finer one is the subatomic, and then the finest one is the atomic. Okay? Yes, Ranjana, please ask.
Ma'am, you please give the example from our body.
I've already given example, no? This is our physical body. Then
Where you said it? Yes.
this is our physical body, and there it starts with the etheric body, okay? Etheric double or the energy body, right? Now we are talking about the composition, the divisions of the etheric double. We have not reached further. अभी हम etheric double के बारे में ही बात कर रहे हैं कि उसकी भी 4 layers होती है.
पर ये बॉडी को हम छोड़ के ये हम इसके लिए
अरे वो तो अंदर से ही है, बॉडी सोल के अंदर है, सोल बॉडी के अंदर नहीं है. सो जो एथरिक डबल है दैट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम इनसाइड टू आउटसाइड. सो जो एनर्जी जो फिजिकल बॉडी को छोड़ के बनता है, यानी कि यहाँ से द स्किन से आगे बनता है, दैट इज द एथरिक डबल. एंड व्हाट वी आर डिवाइडिंग हियर इज द फर्दर 4 लेयर्स इन द एथरिक डबल.
अच्छा.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's proceed further. So the following is the stated in Theosophy. So these you can read. Let's proceed further. In appearance, the etheric double is a pale violet gray or blue gray, faintly luminous and coarse or finer in texture according to as the dense physical body is coarse or finer. So these are certain colors like pale violet color या grey color की. Some people will say मुझे grey color दिख रहा है आपके आसपास. Some people will say I am seeing different layers. Some people will say I can see violet. So the और faintly luminous, कुछ चमकता हुआ दिख रहा है, not white, not grey, पता नहीं क्या है. So these are different colors which you can say that the etheric double has the appearances of in such colors. Okay. The etheric double has two main functions. Now, what are they? So, listen and listen very carefully that etheric double has two main functions. Number one is, firstly, it absorbs prana or vitality and distributes this to the whole physical body, as we shall see in the details presently. Secondly, it acts as an intermediary or the bridge between the dense physical body and the astral body, transmitting the consciousness of the physical sense contacts through the etheric brain to the astral body, and also transmitting consciousness from the astral and higher levels down into the physical brain and nervous system. So etheric double also plays a role between the physical body as well as the astral body. Etheric body के beyond astral body है. So etheric body क्या काम करती है? एक सैंडविच का. मतलब कि एस्ट्रल बॉडी उधर है और इधर फिजिकल बॉडी है, उसके बीच में हमारी एथरिक डबल है जो हमारा कनेक्ट हमारे इमोशंस हमारी बॉडी तक पहुंचाती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ अ पर्सन इज वेरी सैड, दैट इमोशंस विल ऑटोमेटिकली फ्लोट थ्रू astral body and this etheric body will become a bridge जहाँ पर हमारी बॉडी के साथ वो मिक्स होके रिएक्ट करेगा. सो द ऑटोमेटिकली द पर्सन विल स्टार्ट क्राइंग इफ he or she is sad, and if they are joyous the person will smile. Are you getting how detailed this information is? It's not that just we are laughing and we are enjoying life or we are sad. Everything is well planned and structured. I hope I'm making sense to other participants also. Yeah? Interesting to know? Good to know? Okay. So that means this also carries some certain consciousness which passes through the astral body to the physical body. Okay. In addition, the etheric double develops within itself certain centers by means of which the man is able to cognize the etheric world and it hosts of etheric phenomena. These powers of faculties will also be described in due course. So, in this etheric double, there are also certain centers which the compiler says that we'll be talking about it later. Yeah? Okay. It is important to recognize that the etheric double, being merely a part of the physical body and is not normally capable of acting as a separate vehicle of consciousness. So don't take it as that it is a different part. It is the acting part of the consciousness along with the physical vehicle. Okay? So they are not different. They are not separate, sorry. It has only a diffused consciousness belonging to its parts and has no mentality, nor does it readily serve as a medium of mentality. So ना तो इस consciousness की कोई belonging है कि वो कोई mental information को या mentality को readily serve करेगा और ना ही does it readily serve as the medium of the mentality when disjoined from the dense counterpart. So when this is the denser part of the this is the denser counterpart. So when the soul detach itself, जब ये डिटैच हो जाता है तो ये फिजिकल इन्फॉर्मेशन कोई साथ नहीं लेके जाता, बट जो एस्ट्रल और मेंटल की इन्फॉर्मेशन है वो इसमें मिक्स हो जाती है. गॉट इट? सबको समझ में आ रहा है? प्लीज ओपन योर स्क्रीन्स सो दैट आई कैन सी योर हेड्स नॉडिंग. यस, समझ में आ रहा है. Now I like those smiles. Suruchi, Harminder, please show me your smiling faces. Yeah? Okay. It is also important to recognize, we have read this, as it is a vehicle not of mental consciousness but of the prana or the vitality. Now we are talking that this etheric double, this etheric body, the energy body is just having the pranas, the vitality globules which we see around in the sky. So that means that this is only and only having the energy energy vitality globules in the aura, in the etheric double, and it is clearly written not anything which is related, which conveys we lost its dislocation dense now in normal fact the separation in dense and the double the etheric double from the dense body is a matter of difficulty. The separation in normal healthy persons, in fact the separation of the etheric double from the dense body is a matter of difficulty and the double is unable to move away from the body to which it belongs. So it's very difficult to from a person to release or detach the energy body. But sometimes, why? Because the body is in active form. But on the other side, if we talk about children, they are most of the hours of the day, they are sleeping. And so does the older people. So at that very moment, the astral body leaves. But for an active, healthy person, it is most of the time, it is along with them. So it is very much difficult for them to separate through from the dense body. Any questions so far till here? Shall we proceed further? समझ में आया? It is important to notice that the dense body and the etheric double vary together as to their quality. That means it is different in every individual's cases. So it is different, it is individualistic, and it has own qualities as per person to person. Simple. Hence, one who sets it himself deliberately to purify his dense body at the same time automatically refines its etheric counterpart. So, when a person who is aware enough, so when they are working on their dense body, automatically they are also taking care of their etheric body. For example, if you are taking salt bath, we are obviously cleaning our physical body, but when we use salt after our bath, during our bathing process, it is somehow cleansing our etheric body too. Moreover, when a person, when a person is working on their emotions, for example, they 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 form a strong willpower. Okay, from tomorrow I'm not going to eat sweets. I have to reduce weight. Or they'll say, okay, I am being lazy since long. Let's get up early in the morning and let's go for a run. So this is again, if a person they say is that it is noticed that that the dense body and the etheric double vary together with their quality. Hence, one who sets himself deliberately to purify his dense body at the same time automatically refines its etheric counterparts. For example, if you're going for walking, if you're going for running, if you're going for going to do gym, that means we are working on our physical body. We are releasing sweat. That is a form of cleansing the etheric double. Got it? आसान है आगे बढ़े into the composition of the etheric double must enter something of all the different grades of the etheric matter, but the proportions may vary greatly and are determined by several factors such as sorry. We've already read this, no? Okay, we left that. All right. So in person who know in persons known as physical or materializing mediums, the double is comparatively easily detachable, and its etheric matter forms the basis of many phenomena or materialization, which will be dealt with more fully in a later chapter. The double may be separated from the dense physical body by accident, death, anaesthetics, such as ether or gas or mesmerism. So, when we are in a mesmerizing position or when we are sleeping, not fully in during the sleep, okay, not fully, but where during accident, at the time of accident, at the time of death or anesthesia, even when the doctors give anesthesia, at that very time the etheric double releases, or the soul energy can separate from the physical body. And this connecting link between the brain and the higher consciousness, the forcible extrusion of it from the dense physical body by anesthetics necessarily produce anesthesia. So that is why when the doctors give anesthesia to a body, they don't get to understand that they have been operated, the surgery has been done. They don't remember, or they don't even know what has been done to the body. And during that time, maybe the person can lose their organs. They don't even know what has been left inside. Okay, so this is the time when the body has been the anesthesia has been given, the energy body leaves the physical body or the dense body for a certain period of time. and it can frequently happen during the time of death or accidents. Further than this, the etheric matter, thus forced out, usually wraps itself around the astral body and dulls the consciousness of that vehicle also. Hence, after the effects of the anesthetics have worn off, there is usually no memory in the brain, consciousness of the time spent in the astral vehicle. So याद ही नहीं रहता क्या हुआ था, 4 घंटे बाद कोई कहते हैं कॉमा में चले गए, 2 दिन के बाद एनेस्थीसिया का असर ख़त्म हुआ, मुझे तो याद ही नहीं मैं कब से सो रहा हूँ या सो रही हूँ, कुछ पता ही नहीं है. So the brain loses its, usually there is no memory in the brain consciousness because the brain doesn't know what has happened, because at the time there was the astral body has left to a certain extent the denser body or the physical body. Yes, Ranjana, please tell me.
मैम, थैंक यू मैम. ये हम जो एडवांस कोर्स में सीखे कि ऑपरेशन के टाइम पे मतलब ऑपरेशन के टाइम पे कोई हीलिंग नहीं हो सकता.
क्यों नहीं हो सकता है?
वही मैं पूछ रही हूँ कि ये तो मास्टर दिया हुआ है कि ये हो सकता है, किंतु अगर एनास्थेसिया में ये डिटैच हो जाएगा एनर्जी बॉडी, तो हाउ इट कैन बी हील्ड?
अगर डिटैच हो गया तो 100% थोड़ी ना डिटैच हुआ, सर्टेन पार्ट ऑफ इट इज स्टिल देयर, सो वी आर हीलिंग दैट एनर्जी सिस्टम एट दैट टाइम.
ओके, थैंक यू मैम.
The method and the consequences of the withdrawal of the etheric matter by mesmerism will be dealt with more fully in the chapters specially devoted to the purpose. That means the method of the consequences of the withdrawal, that means when the mesmerizing is there, or some people do hypnotherapy and other therapies and people don't know what has been happened. Okay, so during that time also, there is a devoted fully chapter is there for this purpose only, to understand what happens. Okay, in conditions of weak health or nervous excitement, the etheric double may also in great part be extruded from its dense counterpart. So even when the nervous system is not functioning properly, that means at the time of coma, or a person is very weak since long, it is the even a young person who has been during the times of COVID, or a person got typhoid, then pneumonia and double pneumonia, and at that time even the young person has a very weak body. So at the very same time this can happen. Okay, so in conditions of maybe extruded and the later becomes very dull, conscious or entranced according to the lesser or greater amount of the etheric matter extruded. अब वो देखना पड़ेगा कि कितना % astral matter निकला था during the time when the patient was sleeping or under anesthesia. So वही बात आ गई ना कि जितना बचा है हमने उस पर एनर्जी हीलिंग करनी है. Okay. Separation of the double from the dense body is generally accompanied by a considerable decrease of the vitality in the later, and the double becoming more vitalized as the energy in the dense body diminishes. So same what we have said, that when the body leaves the denser body, so whatever has remained, we are working on that energy, and the maximum part has gone with the astral journey or somewhere. So when the double is projected by a trained expert, even the body seems torpid and the mind in a brown study or dazed state. The eyes are lifeless in expression, and the heart and lung actions feeble, and often the temperature much lowered. It is very dangerous to make any sudden noise or burst into the room under such circumstances, for the double being by instantaneous reaction withdrawn back to the body, the heart convulsively palpitates, and the death even may be caused. That is why they keep it. Now we know that why they don't let people come in the ICU and ICCU units, because a very small part of etheric double is there. Very small part is left behind. So at that very time, when the patient will hear a sudden noise, immediately bursting of noise is there, or any strong movement, so वो छोटी सी जो energy है, that will also easily be taken off, and the organs can get damaged. तभी जब हम बहुत नींद में सो रहे होते हैं एंड सडनली शोर होता है, हम एकदम डर से उठते हैं और हमारा हार्ट ऐसे पैल्पिटेट कर रहा होता है. क्यों? क्योंकि एस्ट्रल बॉडी एकदम से झटके से वापस आती है, बिकॉज उसको लगता है बॉडी एकदम से खड़ी होने वाली है, और जो छोटी सी एनर्जी होती है वो संभाल नहीं पाती. ऑर्गन्स को एनर्जी बॉडी उतनी आसपास मिलती नहीं है, एंड दे स्टार्ट फंक्शनिंग, दे बिकम सो इन्फ्लेम्ड एंड एक्टिव एट दैट टाइम. और तभी वो पैल्पिटेशन हो जाती है और हमें लगता है कि हम डर गए, डर के उठे हैं. गॉट इट? So intimate, in fact, in the connection between the etheric and the dense bodies, that an injury inflicted on the etheric double will appear as a lesion on the dense body. This being an instance of the curious phenomenon known as repercussion. It is well known that repercussion can also occur in the case of the astral body, and an injury to the latter under certain circumstances reproducing itself to the physical body. So whatever happens in the etheric double, sometimes or most of the times, if the knife is very sharp and a person takes, that is why we don't keep knives, if as per pranic feng shui also and other feng shui or other vastu areas, we don't openly keep our knives just like that, because that has the chopping effect on our aura. Even when we hand over, this is a fork, but even when we have been taught that don't give your fork like this to whosoever you are handing over, just give like this. Why? What is the purpose behind it? Because it can tear off the aura, and the scratch, you can, without even touching, you can see it. The people who are practicing, what is that? What is that practice in Japan? Even they do like this, and they can see without touching. If they move their sword, they can see the cuts on the body. They can give cuts on the body, right?
In martial
arts, yes, taekwondo, martial arts. So when they are moving the swords in very sharply in front of the others, even the person standing there, you can see in the movies, they can have cuts on their body.
This is Tai Chi technique.
Tai Chi.
Yes.
Okay.
It's martial art. One of the part of martial art.
Okay, thank you for that. In one of the martial arts part is Tai Chi, where they practice such things. Okay. It seems probably, however, the repercussions can occur only in the case of perfect materialization, where the form is both visible and tangible, and not when it is tangible though not visible, and visible though not tangible. It must be borne in mind that the above applies only when matter of the etheric double is used for the materialization form. That means when etheric double is being activated or they are in form. Now, since we know about pranic healing, what they do is, when we are energizing, cleansing and energizing, what we are doing, we are giving more prana to the etheric body. So whatever is being there to be healed, we can heal it automatically. And this is the repercussion effect, that we are working on the etheric double, but it has the effect on the physical body. It must also be borne in mind that etheric matter, though invisible to ordinary sight, is still purely physical and can therefore be affected by cold and heat, and also be by powerful acids. When we go near to the flame, even though our hands are far apart, but still we can feel the heat. How can we feel the heat when we are away from fire? That is through the astral matter. It is being passed. The information as well as just like electricity, the sound, the heat can also be passed. That's why we feel hot or we feel cold. Persons who have lost a limb by amputation sometimes complain that they can feel pain at the extremities of the amputated limb. That is at the place where the limb used to be. So even the amputated limb, they can feel the pain that मेरे हाथ नहीं है तभी भी pain हो रहा है. Because the etheric double has a memory that there was the limb was there or some physical denser part was there. This is due to the fact that the etheric portion of the limb is not removed with the dense physical portion, but can still be seen in its place by clairvoyant sight. The compiler also writes about it here that even if the mind cannot see the visible aspect of the etheric double, but it is still purely physical in nature. That means the etheric double is still there. Okay? And there are large number of other phenomena connected with the etheric double. Its extrusion from the dense body, its emanations and so forth, but these can be dealt with more conveniently and satisfactorily at a later stage. After we have studied the nature and methods of working of prana or vitality. So the compiler says that there are large number of other phenomena which are further connected with etheric double. So we are not left with this much information about the etheric double. There are more and more information about it. Okay, so it says that gradually when we will be reading about prana and vitality, later we can read about the etheric double and their functionalities. Okay, with this we have completed our chapter number 1. Okay, any questions so far? Please. Yes.
इतना क्वेश्चन क्यों आता है माता में? ये तो ठीक बात नहीं है ना.
नहीं, बिल्कुल अच्छी बात है. जब बाकी लोग सुन ही रहे हैं, बाकी लोग को भी क्वेश्चन आना चाहिए.
क्या पता इतना क्वेश्चन आता है. एक्चुअली मैम जो मैं पूछने वाली हूँ वो है कि शायद इसीलिए ही हम लोग when we do healing, at first we do mineral sweeping so that our etheric body must be healed, and after that we heal our inner chakras.
Yes, because आपने पढ़ा ना, यहाँ पे लिखा था there are other centers to the etheric double.
Yes.
Now what are these centers to the etheric double? We will be reading about them after our chapter number 2, that is prana or vitality.
Yes, thank you ma'am.
Yeah, any others don't they have questions? Questions, please ask. Wow, I got super intelligent audience. Cool. Okay. Thank you. I must pat my back, huh? Everything is well explained. No questions. All right. So, let us do a small experiment. We are not going to do any scanning. We are not going to do anything, okay? We are just be focused around your body. Just be aware of your body, physical body. Close your eyes, sit straight. Connect tongue to your palate. Be focused of the physical body. Now slowly, when you are being focused inside each and every part of your physical body, now let us go out. Now let us be aware of the circumference of our body, that is on the extreme last layer of our skin. Let us be focused there. Let us be aware on that particular part. What are you feeling? Slowly, you will realize that our own consciousness is being expanding, and automatically our concentration from the circumference or the last layer of our skin is automatically being transferred into the etheric double, the energy body, or the inner aura. Can you feel the expansion of that aura, inner aura, which is also known as etheric double? Now let's do further concentration with more awareness and concentration or consciousness. Let me chant Om and you just be aware of your etheric body immediately connected, not anywhere else, immediately connected to your body. Can you feel something? Slowly come back to your physical body. Move your fingers, move your toes. Be aware of your physical body. Come back to your physical self. Now, smile and open your eyes. What do you feel? What are your experiences? What do you feel? Have you ever felt of the energy which was around the body and now we are able to recognize it? Do you feel a certain kind of expansion? Do you feel certain kind of expansion? So this is how when we focus on concentration, we can even increase the size of our inner aura or the etheric double. Okay? So let's do a closing prayer. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for your priceless blessings. Thank you for divine light, divine love, divine guidance. Thank you for divine love and mercy, inner healing and physical healing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your great, great blessings. Thank you. To all the great, great ones, to all the spiritual teachers, spiritual elders, spiritual investigators, we thank you for your great, great guidance, and help and love. We thank you in for faith. Thank you in for faith. Thank you. See you tomorrow for chapter number
Thank you,
2.
ma'am.
Thank you so much for joining in. Good luck.